So, this is a awesome knife right here. What is it at? It's called the Bushcraft Woodsman. Bushcraft Woodsman, baby. This is made by Ontario Knife Company. Yeah. And anyways, I call it the COVID fighter, because if you noticed, when you're outside in the woods, ain't no idiots trying to tell you to, ain't no idiot saying, hey, you got a mask on? Nope, sorry. And secondly, I'm breathing fresh air. Totally fresh air. Look at the size of this bad boy. This thing is huge, man. Look how nice this is. And it looks kind of like a butcher knife, but it's not. And it's got a nice laminated handle. Very nice laminated handle. See that? Look at that. Pretty. Look at the what do you say? The dimensions, the curves, the geometry of this handle. And it definitely, I don't want to be too lax with it, because if this thing falls, if I lose my grip and it falls and hits me in the head, it'll hurt, or worse. But it's got a lanyard hole right here, if you use those, which I don't, but a lot of people do. If you're going to chop with it, it's this curve right here keeps this locked in your hand. Let me tell you something, it is locked. And I think this is 420 stainless steel. I have already seen two different opinions of that. But whatever stainless it is, it's definitely holding up a good edge. Now, little did I know, it looks like a big butcher knife, don't it? Actually, the farther I get away, the smaller it looks. But in reality, this is one big bad mamba jama. And the handle, and I got a pretty big hands, this handle fits freaking flawless. I mean, and it's, see how squared it is? You can round handle it all day long. But to be honest with you, these squared handle sides, it's not perfectly squared, but you know, it's pretty flat. I had an Essie that was like this, very similar. Little larger, little deeper, wider, whatever the handle was, but it was flat like this. And it was also extremely stable. But this thing's very stable in your hand, so you're not going to lose this bad boy. But anyways, it's kind of like the Essie Junglass 2. It's about the same size. Maybe between that, the 2 and the 1. It's a good size. It's also something that the Essie's not. And that's called stainless steel, baby. And guess what stainless don't do? It don't rust. And this thing holds a great edge. But you can chop. You can chop a trail out here in the woods. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can chop a trail out here. All these little things that'll poke you in the eyeball, you can knock them right off. There you go. That's a dead tree there. This thing works semi-machete. Could I skin a deer with it? Yeah, you could. You just have to be a little careful. It's got a place for your finger right here, so you can, you know, you could actually whittle with it. Look at that, man. I can be right against the blade. Talk about control. Some serious control. Ontario Knife Company. Oh, also, you can't read it because it's backwards. It's USA. That's where it's made. This is a 1/4 inch thick plate. It's flat ground, however, like an Essie. A lot of similarities in this and the SE. I had the SE6. It's the knife that is very similar to this, but this is longer. Think of this like a extra long SE6, which again would be the June Gloss, which I haven't owned, which is the perfect size. So if you're all about 1095 carbon steel, which is also awesome, but it freaking rusts. It's got a nice coating on the Essing. Don't worry about it, because it's got a real nice coating on there. It shouldn't come off. But as far as this edge, see, I never have to worry about this edge. What's the knife all about? It's all about this edge right here. I never have to worry about that edge getting rusted and pitted. But this thing's freaking, it is one awesome knife right here. I'm gonna switch this around. I'm gonna chop a little tiny bit just so you can kind of see. Let's see if I can do this. There you go. Will it work? Nope, guess not. So it don't switch. You can't switch it around. Once you start recording, that's it. But I'm out here in the woods in the southern eastern part of the US, and it's freaking actually pretty hot. But anyways, I was told to exercise, so I'm out here trying to get me a little bit of walking in. So, and that's it. But I just wanted to show you this knife here. So, and right now I'm having to use my left hand because I've injured my right hand. But anyways, while I'm out here exercising, think about this, man. I'm in the woods of the southern eastern United States. And you know what's here? Critters. And you know what this is? A critter deterrent right here. This thing I'm certain I could kill a bear with this thing. And that's one of the things I'm worried about. Bear, freaking coyotes, pack of wild dogs, mountain lion, whatever. Like I said, man, this grip on this thing is right up there with the best of them right there. And it's pretty too, I mean, really, man, it looks nice. I guess it's important. So some people, it's totally not important. Some people like G10 or micarta scales, which I like those too. This here is laminated plywood. You can't tell it. Let's see. Let me see if you can tell. Yeah, this is laminated plywood, basically. And I don't think it's pine. I think it's laminated hardwood. Whatever it is, you can see those little slivers of, and between them little slivers is glue. So you got a little sliver of wood, a little sliver of glue, and then they were pressed, kind of like diamond wood with a bare bow. Bare bows make their handles, it's called diamond wood. They really put them under a pressure. But anyways, like about micarta. So micarta, look at this as micarta, but instead of having it linen or canvas for the micarta, this is wood. So it's like a wooden micarta. That's the best way to look at it. There you go. You can get a real good idea of it right there on the top of the blade. I can't really show you up here. But anyways, this thing's 1/4 of an inch. You could baton all year long if you want to with this bad boy. But I really, dude, I'm telling you, man, this thing is nice. You can chop your way up here. Chopping on these elm trees, which suck because they're always in the way. Let's see if I can get I can't really. I'm sorry, man. I can't turn this around now. I'd like to show you, but it don't take much for this big heavy blade, and it's freaking heavy, man. You got some momentum going there. I'm telling you, man, just a couple of whacks, which I can't do it like this. I'm not left-handed, but well, there's one right there. See that? It dug down so deep that it's, yeah. Anyways, I can't do this and hold this camera here, but you need to clear some brush like a machete, this baby's just the right size. It ain't like a machete, but it's close enough. But it's definitely more of a weapon than any machete. You know, this thick blade. And you got some deep penetration right here. Like I said, a bear. You don't think about that, man. When you go, if you tried to stab a raging bear, man, do you want a little knife? I mean, do you want something, you know, I mean, what do you want in your pocket? And, you know, if they're mad, if there's a little baby bear coming up there here, or one got injured, I don't know, it got in a fight with another bear and it's injured and it hears you rambling through the woods. And guess what? It's when it sees you coming through here, it's mad. It's in attack mode, defense mode. But do you want to be fighting off a bear with this? Which, by the way, this is a pretty awesome little imperial. I don't want to say, because I don't want to say it's a ripoff of anybody else's knife, which it kind of is. But anyways, you know, it's pretty inexpensive, and so when I was working, I bought a bunch of them and kind of leave them, you know, in your vehicle and here and there and everywhere. I got yellow handles because, well, I like to find them when I drop them or set them down someplace. But anyways, do you want that in your pocket if a big raging bear comes, or would you like something like this? And this thing is, you know, like you see somebody's kid and they're like, he's all boy. This is all man right here. Let me tell you, this thing is tough. So sorry about y'all that gets offended about that. You just have to get over it or click to the next show of somebody else's. But anyways, just telling you, man, this thing is it's like a stainless jungless 2. So kind of look at it like that. That can be your machete / butcher knife / hunting knife / self-defense, combat, everything. And it's made in the United States of America, and it's called the Bushman or Bushcraft Woodsman. Bushcraft Woodsman. For all you that can read backwards, that's what it says. And it's again by Ontario Knife Company, US of A. So, and I hate saying prices because, you know, it depends on where you buy it. Whatever. If it's a few dollars more here or there, I'm not gonna wait around. And speaking of that, I had one ordered, and the jackass that delivered it stuck the box in my front yard. He just happened to stick it. And I'm right off the road. I mean, my place is just feet from the road. And anyways, he set this box there. It got so full of water and in ice, it was frozen. It took me a while to get the knives out of the freaking ice. Frozen paper, you know, where they pack it. So do I want to have stuff delivered by, you know, FedEx or UPS or whatever? I'm not too thrilled with that idea. So if you're at a store and you find one of these, just get it, man. So what if it's $5 or $10 cheaper somewhere else? Who cares? It's going to cost you that much in gas to go there. So and then how many days? What if your life depended on something like this, but you waited like an idiot, and now you're lost in the woods with the other knife I showed you, thinking, man, why didn't I just get that thing? That Ontario Bushcraft Woodsman. Made in the USA, stainless. I could have left it in the bottom of my boat and it wouldn't have rusted. Whatever. Just buy it, man. Quit being so picky about this online stuff. You know, you got to pay for shipping. You don't even know who. Anyways, you know, help your local place. I'm all about helping the local place even if you can order it from somebody and it costs a little extra. Help the guy out, man, or the girl out that owns the sporting goods store or whatever. Anyways, but this is it. Get you one. This thing is a freaking monster. Let me tell you, man. I wish I could show you, but I'm not supposed to, well, strain myself. We'll just say that. So I'm still in the healing process. But anyways, I have to get out here and get some exercise, so that's what I decided to do. and bring my Ontario Knife Company, we'll just say what it is, badass knife. Badass butcher knife / machete / combat / hunting / self-defense. This thing is really, there's nothing I would change about it, man. It's like perfect. You know. Yep. Anyways. Till next time.